How's it going, everyone? I'm back again. It's been a long winter. It's not quite over yet, but I just could not wait any longer to get back on some open water. So I woke up early this morning, grabbed my kayak, and made the long drive out here to central North Dakota, where we have some of the only open water in the state right now, thanks to a power plant that keeps the lake nice and warm through winter. I'm excited. Not only is this my first kayak fishing trip of the year, I'm hoping I can hook into my first bass of the year as well. I think my chances are pretty good. The weather looks like it's going to be perfect for some kayak fishing today, so I plan on spending the day out here. Well, I'm looking forward to getting out there, so I'm going to finish getting my kayak rigged up, and we'll hit the water to see if we can track down some power plant lake largemouth. Wow, it is absolutely beautiful out here right now. It sure does feel good to be back out in the kayak again too. So I've got 3 rods with me today. I've got 1 spinning rod and 2 casting rods. The spinning rod, I've just got a hook tied on there now. I'll probably set that up with a Senko or a Nico rigged worm at some point. And then my 2 casting rods. One of them I'm going to throw the jig with today. I figure I'll get quite a bit of use out of that one. And my other one, believe it or not, I've got the spook tied on there. Now you might think I'm a little bit crazy trying topwater mid-March up here in North Dakota, but right up here by where I launched is where the warm water flows in from the power plant. So you never know, there might be some bass hanging out in that warm water that are willing to hit the top. I'll probably end up switching out to a crankbait or a blade bait on that rod before long, but I'm just dying to know, are they hitting topwater out here this morning? There we go. Wow, that didn't take too long. Jeez, that one clobbered that jig too. Right up along the tops over there too. First fish of the day. First bass of the year for me too. Oh man, that feels good. Got that one on the little black and blue jig. Yeah, he's hanging out right up there along the rocks. Just a little guy, but we're on the board. I like it. It was worth a try at least. I'll switch that rod over to a crankbait in a minute here, but we'll just stick with the jig for now. I know they're biting on the jig. Pretty much always biting on the jig, I think. There's one. Might be a little bit bigger than that first one. Not that much if it is. Hey, they're biting today though, that's a good sign. I'll take one of those. I know there's some bigger ones in this lake though. I'm hoping today I can hook into one of those giant freak power plant lake largemouth. There's one. Oh, that feels like a nicer fish. That's a big one. Well, the jig seems to be getting it done today. I'm getting the net for this one. Now that's what I was hoping to find out here today. Jeez, what a beautiful largemouth. Whew, that feels good to set the hook into one of those again. Man, I miss that feeling. Oh, that was a fish right there. There's one. Doesn't feel real big. No, he's just a little guy. Come here, little buddy. Well, I've been weeding through plenty of these today. But hey, I'm having fun. I'm catching fish. It's just nice to be back out here in the kayak again. Pretty much everything I've caught today has been right along the rocks. I mean, it's a pretty steep drop off these rocky banks. I did try a couple spots offshore, shallow flat out there, a couple of humps. Didn't really find much out there though, so we'll keep working the shorelines. Hopefully we'll get that big bite before the end of the day. There we go. That one gave it a solid thump. I think this is going to be a better fish. Yep, that one is net worthy. Oh, come here, you. Yeah. Oh, that right there is what I was looking for. Geez, look how fat that fish is. That is crazy. Wow. Yeah, he definitely thumped that jig like he meant it too. You can tell instantly that one wasn't going to be another one of those little ones. Jeez, look at that. Beautiful fish. There we go. He didn't thump it, he just kind of picked that jig up and tried to run with it. Come on over here, you. Oh, he splashed me. I'll get that one in the net. Oh, there's a decent one. On that jig. I have tried a couple other lures. I tried a blade bait for a while, a square bill crankbait. Didn't really have much luck on those. I did throw the worm for a little bit too. I caught a couple little ones on the worm, but that jig has been money out here today. Black and blue jig, that thing never seems to fail. Right. Starting to wonder if there's going to be any fish down here in this part of the lake. Pretty much worked my way all along that shoreline back there behind me and didn't really find much. Well, I kind of got caught up in some weather out here. As you can see, I was working my way down this stretch of shoreline here, and I noticed some dark clouds off to the west. So I checked my weather app and I realized there's no way I was going to make it back to the launch. So I paddled over here to this structure where at least I got a little bit of shelter underneath here. Got my kayak pulled up. My seat's getting all nice and snowy. Isn't that great? And I'm just pretty much waiting the storm out. I don't think it's going to last too much longer. Well, it turned out to be a pretty nice evening out here after that weather system rolled through. The wind died down, the sun is peeking through the clouds every now and then. Yeah, it feels pretty nice out here right now. I did spend about an hour fishing that end of the lake where I found that shelter from the rain. I didn't have any action down there, and I'm a little bit concerned. I noticed that the water temperature dropped 2 or 3 degrees through that little storm that rolled through, so I'm hoping that didn't mess up the bite. But I'm working my way over here to this stretch of shoreline where I found several fish on the way out here, so hopefully we can find 1 or 2 more willing to bite before I make my way back over to the launch. There we go. Little guy, but it's some action. It's been pretty slow since that storm rolled through. I did notice that the water temperature dropped a couple of degrees when that happened, so I wasn't sure if the bite turned off on me or what, but well, that one was still hungry at least. I think I'm going to stop back by where the creek flows in up here, and we'll give that a few minutes before I head back in for the day, and we'll see if we can catch at least 1 more. There we go. Oh yeah, this one feels like a good one. Just about to call it quits and head back over to the launch. But nope. I'll take 1 more bass before we do that. Yeah, that's a good one to end the day on. Oh, just snapped my line right there. Come here, little buddy. Get that jig out of you. Nice. Nice chunky largemouth. What an awesome day it's been. Well, I made it back to where I started from. What an awesome day it's been. I tell you what, after a long winter, a day like today was exactly what I needed. It sure was nice being back out in the kayak again. Plus, we found a few nice fish too, so I couldn't be happier with how my first trip of the year went. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Well, I'm gonna get the kayak loaded up so I can hit the road. Thanks for coming along with me again. I'll see you next time.